The 100-degree longitude, it passes near Winnipeg in North America. And children, this longitude, it divides the continent into two equal parts. Now let us study the physical divisions. Okay, North America, it is divided into four major physical divisions. Let us see which are the four. The first one is the Canadian or the Laurentian Shield. Second one is the Western Mountain System or the Western Cordilleras. Then the third one is the Eastern Highlands or the Appalachian Mountains. And the fourth is the Central Lowlands or the Great Central Plain. So we will be studying about these physical divisions in detail. Children, we are studying about the physical divisions of North America. As we already know that the physical divisions, they are divided into four parts. So we are reading about the first one, which is known as the Canadian, or it is also known as Laurentian Shield. Now children, the area which stretches from Hudson Bay to the Great Lakes in the north, this area is known as the Canadian or the Laurentian Shield. Now children, this Laurentian Shield, it occupies about half area of Canada. And this is the region or the area which has some of the oldest rocks in the world. Now let us see the land surface over here. The land slopes towards the Hudson Bay. And that is the reason in this region many small rivers, they flow from the Canadian Shield towards the Hudson Bay. Now children, this area, they have seen a lot of weathering. And the weathering is as a result of the ice sheets and the glaciers in the past few millenniums. And that is the reason the land over here, it is low in height and which is about 300 to 400 meter above the sea level. So the height of the land has been lowered over here because of the action of the ice sheet and the glacier. Now children, here the land surface, it is also having many depressions. Depressions means very deep areas, okay, which is as a result of the moving ice scraping on the hardy rock surface. And this was during the Ice Age. What is the Ice Age? It is a period of time when the glaciers, they covered a large part of the Earth's surface. Now children, when towards the end of the ice age, when the ice age it came to an end, these low surfaces or the deep areas, they were filled with the melted ice, which as a result developed into freshwater lakes in this region. Now, some of the lakes in this region, they include the Great Lakes. They are Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, and Lake Superior. So we are having these 5 lakes which are known as the Great 5 Lakes. Okay, the other lakes formed in the same way, they are Lake Winnipeg, Great Bear Lake, Great Slave Lake, and Lake Athabasca. So, all these lakes, they make this area very, very rich in the water resources. Now, children, we are studying about the second physical division of North America, and that is the Western Mountain System. It is also known as the Western Cordilleras. Okay, first of all, let us see what is the meaning of Cordillera. It is a chain of parallel mountain ranges. Okay, now the Western Mountain System or the Western Cordilleras, they stretch from Alaska in the north to the Isthmus of Panama. Now, children, they are a series of young fold mountains which have steep slopes and high peaks. Now, these mountain ranges, they meet the Andes Mountains, which are situated in South America. So here we can see a number of active and extinct volcanoes and hot springs. They are located in these mountains, okay? And it is also located in the Earth Zone area near the Pacific coast, which is a part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Now, having numerous parallel ranges with the plateaus and basins between them, the western mountain system include the Alaska and the Brooks Range also. The Alaska Plateau, it is located between them, okay? Mount McKinley, which is at a height of 6,194 meter in the Alaska range, is the highest point or area in North America. Now, along the Pacific coast, we can also see the Coast Range, Cascade, Sierra Nevada, and the Sierra Madre mountain ranges. The easternmost ranges are the Rockies, which are the highest in the western mountain system. Now let us see, we can even see a number of intermontane plateaus. Now what is the meaning of intermontane plateaus? They are the plateaus which are surrounded by mountains or the mountain ranges, okay? When a plateau is surrounded by the mountains on all sides, they are known as intermontane plateaus. And we can see a number of intermontane plateaus like the Colorado and the Columbian plateaus and basins such as the Great Basin, which lies between the ranges on the Pacific coast and the Rocky Mountains. Now, children, these plateaus, they have resulted or they have made deep valleys that are having vertical sides. Now, let us see these steep valleys or these deep valleys with the vertical sides, they are termed as gorges or canyons. Now let us see what is the difference between a gorge and a canyon. A gorge is a deep, narrow passage, and while canyons are deep, wider valleys, they are narrow, they are wide, okay, with steep, rocky sides. Gorges, they are mainly V-shaped, okay, while canyons, they are, as I already explained you, deep, wider valleys with steep sides, and usually they have a stream flowing through them.